Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded at the 2. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
You go tight. You got tight.
Hey, lock it.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Back to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Bound to lose one. Check out. You draw Corker. Jim. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be taken at the 10. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Is it flying? Check.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off to 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
This is Hunt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike's spot 9. Come on.
Check 59. 59. Mike to 59.
Bridgewater. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals! Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
General West. Go.
And he gives this time to the tailback. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Come on, set.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Go. 6
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 62 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. 7-7, our score after 1. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Kill. Turn up. Hey, switch gears.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Complete. Smith has it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
On third down, Bridgewater. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
You got me right. Smooth. Hey, check Mike. Look at me. Zip it.
Back to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 87 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. Room here to run. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Let's go. Go to base. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I got one. Check safety. Go. Bang. Let's go.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, Hunt, and an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Stop your whining.
Coleman now. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Coleman. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
It's out of time. Slam, slam, slam. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Kill, kill, kill. Hack screen.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike. Hey, Delta.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. Now he'll let this one go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kissed it on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Bridgewater. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Hey, y'all playing wrong football.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And that's caught by Smith. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Now Bridgewater. On the screen, this is Coleman. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Third and long for Bridgewater. And he completes it to Hunt. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. Able to find Isabella. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Check 26, check 26.
On first down, it's Coleman. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tevin Coleman, 35 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Bud Dupree. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Look at me. Score. Score. Hey, Zoo.
They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Fielded at the 33.
Let's go back. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He's going to fire one deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check your hot read.
6-6, pull it high.
Jim. Shit, watch the shit.
Shoot.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check 13. Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open. It's Moss, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
152 fighter.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 43.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hey, Charlie.
Check Mike 11.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
On the ready.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Yeah.
Check. 40. Hey. 50 to Mike. 22 jet bomber. SOS.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Fight.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Watch the twist.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Kill.
Team spell.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, team 6.
35. Oh, here we go. Oh, 35 is the Mike. Check. Mike 35.
He's driven.
Back to throw. He'll find Metcalf. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Hey, exit. Check now.
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Switch gears. Big air, big air, big air. Check.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Seahawks, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss knocks them from the ranks of the undefeated as they drop their first game of the season. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.